Yep, little icon just popped up right there.
Sweet.
Little camera.
Yep, I just got the notification too. Alright, cool. So I don't know when to start, like
I
now or
swear,
just
if Gator sends me, yeah, if Gator sends me something saying, "Here you go, here's an invite to the race," I'm gonna lose it because it's just like dangling a carrot in front of a freaking cat or something. Not even a cat. What's the term there? It's like dangling a carrot in front of a pig,
and for yeah,
maybe.
so yeah.
Yeah, well,
It's
I
like
only know that from
dangling a donut
Minecraft.
in
So.
front of a big man. I don't know. Something like that. Who knows? Who knows?
Gotcha,
Anyway.
gotcha.
I'm not gonna go broadcast mode till we actually get in the race. But if you are just joining us, this is the Cup Series, the NARL Cup Series race at Michigan. And currently they're in the middle of qualifying, so we will wait to see who grabs the pole and gets them 2 points for winning the pole. Of course. They're almost done. They got like 2 laps left.
Do you have a stream pulled up so you can see the lap information?
Yeah, I'm watching Joe's stream.
Okay, awesome.
So what do you expect tonight? Do you expect to see? Because I know last night the Xfinity race was crazy. It was like wild and super aggressive. So do you expect a wild race tonight, or do you expect a more tame, calm race from the Cup guys?
Yeah, Jack boy, I think you're not gonna see anything like you saw last night, but kind of like Pocono, you're gonna see guys still get aggressive. You're still gonna see your 3 wide, potentially 4 wide racing, just because Michigan's so inviting with its wide turns. But no, I don't think you're gonna be seeing them fan out 6, 7 wide like you did in the Xfinity series. That was a bit excessive, but
Yeah, although it is
these
inviting, you
Cup
do
guys are good.
have to be smart about it. Oh yeah, these Cup guys are pretty experienced. I agree with you. I don't think we'll see anything too wild.
That being said, I'm interested to see how the experience of those Cup guys, how it translates to the beginning of the race, seeing how patient
Yeah.
guys are, if they're trying to gain that track position off of restarts, trying to get in front of someone. For a
Yeah.
track that's heavily dependent on draft, it's pretty important to have track position.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, totally agree. Draft is very heavily dependent at this racetrack. Big, long, wide racetrack that is Michigan.
Yeah, so we were talking about this earlier, Jag boy. Who's your favorite to win tonight?
I I don't know. I just got a feeling that Kevin in the 2 car is gonna win tonight. He's my pick to win tonight. No specific reason. It's just my gut feeling. Who was yours?
Yeah,
Who's your favorite to win tonight?
see, that's the thing is that it's kind of a wild card tonight. Again, talking about the draft, it's heavily dependent on, staying in a pack, being able to stay in that lead pack. If it's anything like the Xfinity race, I mean, sometimes those Cup guys, they can get out to a little bit of a lead, but I've ran some pubs at Michigan before, some longer race pubs, and usually it's dependent on the draft up front. So it's a wild card. We saw Up the Irons last night. He won it. So I said I was gonna put before the broadcast. I said I was gonna say Shadow was gonna get it, but I'm thinking maybe someone look out for someone like Wasted or Marksman, one of those guys. They can make a statement tonight.
Yeah, and that leads me to my next question. Who is your? Do you have damn it! This is why I hate this. Do you, okay,
Go for it. That's
who's your sleeper or underdog pick maybe to pull off an upset victory tonight?
I think you gotta look at one of those guys that will win. Wasted, Marksman, any of those guys. I'm I'm still kind of shaky on all the guys in the Cup Series. I still don't know everybody, but
Yeah,
K-Bart, all these guys, they all have a chance.
yeah. Oh, let me see who grabbed the pole real quick. Gator Mike on pole. Isn't that his second pole of the season? I think it is.
There we go. There's a wild card for you right there. Gator was strong. The only time I saw him really strong was at Dover. I was
Hmm.
commentating with Avenged for that one, but he had a good run going at Pocono, and
Yep.
got caught up in some unfortunate
Yeah.
circumstances
Uh,
there. But
I was gonna
I
say he
think
was
Gator's hitting
leading
his
at Pocono.
stride. Yeah, I think Gator's starting to finally find some momentum, find some speed in that 00 car.
Yeah. Yeah, when I think of sleeper or underdog, someone you don't expect to maybe pull off a victory, I think of one of the Xfinity regulars. I think the 17 of Lights Out has a good shot. He was really strong last night at Michigan. He was really fast in the Xfinity race, so I think he's one you got to watch out for.
For sure.
And
Do we have
also,
any other Xfinity regulars
yeah,
tonight?
yeah, I was gonna say also Reap, GMR Reap is in the
Oh,
51
yeah,
tonight.
that's right. No, I genuinely forgot. I wasn't trying to point you out there. I
No, yeah,
genuinely
no.
forgot who the
No,
other Xfinity
you're good. You're good.
regular was.
I don't know if he, because it said he was questionable. I don't know if he's in the race. I didn't see him. I don't see him in the top 10. So not sure, but well, I guess we'll just figure that out when we get in there. Apologies for the screaming children. This is what happens when you live in a house with 6 children.
Yeah, it was bring your kids to work day
Yeah.
up here in the
Thank God they're
booth.
not my kids. Holy hell.
Man, that's no way to talk to your, I don't even know, nephews?
Siblings, sadly.
Siblings. Oh, okay. It was take a brother and sister or whatever to work day.
It was take your. Never mind. Okay. Anyway, um, almost had a
Jeez.
little bit of a slip there, but it's okay.
There are no slips. We're professionals up here.
Yeah. Super professionals.
I'm checking out the stands down here before race time. Looks like they're filling in pretty good. Looks like we might have a sellout for the first time in Michigan in like, I don't know, 10 years. It's been a
Yeah,
while.
I'm looking at the booth here, and you're right. The stands are almost full already, and the race they haven't even rolled off pit road yet,
That was pretty impressive.
especially for Michigan. Can confirm Reap is not in the lobby at the moment.
Reap is not racing tonight. Well, that's a shame. Because, I don't know, this might have been his first chance in the Cup Series.
I think so. I believe.
Can't really confirm that.
Can't confirm that either. You can confirm that with the points. See if he's gotten in a race. If you want to.
Hey, this is what happens when you get a announcer up in the booth that hasn't been studying on his notes.
Hey, calm
Let's
down.
see here. Couple points.
It's the most notes I bring for any race. All right, leave me alone.
Alright, we got.
All right, I got the invite.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is. Thanks, Gator. Appreciate that one.
He gave you the invite.
Yeah, he
If you
shot
don't
me an
know,
invite.
which Gator clearly doesn't know, Big Jim actually can't even watch the race tonight. So he's gonna be the.
Yeah, I'm still
I
on
don't
the
know what you
airplane
call
heading
him.
to the track. I was completely lying when I said I was when I was in the booth. I'm
You
just
saw
kind of live streaming
you
here.
saw it on the track cams. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that Jagboy has a good radio voice for me to listen to the action.
Well, I guess we'll find that here shortly.
Yeah, I'm looking at the points. Does not look like Reap has had a cup start and will not start tonight, unfortunately.
Wow.
Hopefully
a
he
shame
gets
for
another
him.
shot.
Disappointing for Reap, but it's alright. I'm sure he'll get another one here eventually.
I believe this is Lights Out's second of the year. He
Yes.
was there for the Texas race. Actually, was making a lot of moves up there.
Mm-hmm.
They will get to the top five before backing out and letting the Cup guys have at it. But he looked pretty strong. We'll see if he keeps that momentum
Yep.
up here in Michigan.
We'll see. Momentum is definitely very important. I don't know where I was going with that. Rookie,
Just go
rookie
with it.
moves.
Roll with the punches.
Yeah. Well, as we're waiting for this race to get underway, I don't know. We're just sitting here waiting, I guess.
Big shout out to Lights Out. It's his birthday today, so
Oh, is it
happy
really?
birthday, Lights Out. It is.
Well, maybe he can pull off his first Cup Series win on his birthday.
And it'd be
Wouldn't that be something?
one heck of a birthday present to win his first cup race or his
Nice.
second cup race.
Wouldn't that be something? Yeah. Well, speaking of points, we have a really tight playoff battle. For the final transfer spot into the playoffs, currently in 8th, you got Mr. Williams, who's only +8 above Keenitz. And last race at Pocono on Monday, the difference was only 7 points. So Mr. Williams only extended his point lead by 1 point. So Keenitz is still there. He's still within striking distance with, I think, 5 races left, I believe.
Well,
4 or 5.
I'll have to give you a fact checker on that one.
Go ahead. We're still waiting for this thing to start.
All right, pulling up the schedule right now,
All right.
and
I'm about to join in the race here. Yep.
hard.
All right.
It's 5 races for Keenitz and K-Bart and all those guys. Storm Rooster to make some moves. Have a good showing tonight. Get up there in the points.
All right. Well, welcome to Michigan International Speedway for the running of the Firekeepers Casino 400 as the NARL Monster Energy Cup Series takes on Michigan International Speedway. As we're waiting to get into the race here. Gator Mike's starting on pole, and that's the only part I know of the running order because I'm a scrub. Green flag is in the air. Alright, we're getting underway here. Let me just wait for it to load in. Alright! As they barrel down into turn 1 for the first time, you have the 20 of Sharp, 24, who started P2. Mr. Williams to the inside. He's going to clear him for P2. Off of 2 down the back. Mr. Williams already looking to the inside of Gator Mike for the lead. And he is going to stay there. Gator's fighting hard on the outside. Is it going to be enough? Keenitz in the 3 behind Mr. Williams. Giving him a push. Mr. Williams in the 42 is going to clear for the lead. The 42 of Mr. Williams is the leader at Michigan. Alright. Ooh, close call. Oh, the 2 of Kevin. Looks like a little contact was made in the back, and he got shoved below the apron on the back straightaway, so no harm. Let's see, who is that with damage? Someone already has damage in the back. That is the 38 of Jay Harris, heavy nose damage. As you have suggested a player to the party. Who would that be?
But I'm going to invite him to the booth, see what happens.
Yeah, we invite him to the booth. So Doc should be joining us. Doc Shocks should be joining us momentarily. As I try to get to the battle for the lead, is the 3 of Keenan's is making a move on the inside of the 42 of Mr. Williams for the lead, and he's gonna clear off of turn 4. It's like Keenan's got a little bit of a push from the 48 of Captain Killam, who is now battling for the 3rd spot, and Mr. Williams going into 1 is gonna, oh, he's back underneath the 3 of Keenan's. Keenan's trying to drive on the outside, it's not gonna stick. The 42 will run on the inside. Down the back. Oh, big wrecking the back. They're wrecking the back. The 88 of Lieutenant Crunch, the 20 is Sharp, and I think that is a 41 of K-Bar. Is the first caution is going to come out here at Michigan. Yep, 41 of K-Bar involved.
And thank goodness caution came out.
Of Captain Killam.
And good thing the caution came out. Sometimes E4 will throw you a curveball and say no caution for it.
Yeah.
Had that happen a couple times in the Xfinity series.
Oh yeah, for sure. Sometimes this game just doesn't know what a caution is. As Doc still hasn't joined the party yet. So I don't know what the deal is there.
Yeah, he's still trying to get back up. He was doing the NBC fast lap with the celebrity. Still trying to get back up in the booth here.
So Big Jim, who was that celebrity he was doing the fast lap with?
Celebrity Michigan, I'm gonna have to say it was Kid Rock.
Kid Rock, alright. We'll have to ask him about that when he joins the booth. Who is, okay. Here we are on the restart. The 42, Mr. Williams, still the leader. The 3 of Kanitz on the outside. Battle for second is a 48 of Lieutenant Crunch. Oh, the 3 of Keenan is going to take it to the outside off of 2. He's going to big shove from Gator Mike as the 42 of Mr. Williams is going to shove from the 48 of Captain Killam. They're side by side for the lead going into 3. A little door bang in there. Oh, they're 3 wide for the lead. Captain Killam on the inside. Mr. Williams in the middle. Keenan's on the top. Captain Killam now to the lead at Michigan. And he is, I believe he is clear. He is clear for the lead. So Captain Killam. Oh, Keenan's drove in there deep.
Oh, he's a guy to reckon with.
Yep, Keenan's drove it in there deep. Into 1 and 2. Maybe a little. Oh, his Gator is in the wall there, down the back. Keenan's with a little nudge. Maybe knocking the 48 up the track a little bit. As they are still side by side for the lead. As the 8 of Wasted is on the bottom, getting the push the 42. Oh, and they got a wreck in the back. Oh, big wreck. The 41 of K-Bart. Who else is there? The 41 of K-Bart hit the inside wall. The 12 of OFR. And there was someone else. I think it was the 19 of Storm Rooster, if I'm not mistaken. Slammed the wall. Or Jay Harris, one of the 2. No caution. We stay green. Captain Killam. Arguably the most dominant driver so far of the Cup Series, back out front. I don't think anyone's really surprised there.
Oh no, he has 27 stage points, or 27, hold on. 27 playoff points, that's what it is. So he has 27 playoff points, he has 22 stage top 5s. And yeah, he's just been putting on a clinic lately.
Yes, indeed. As a 3 of Keenitz making a move off of turn 2 back to the inside, he's going to back out. And it looks like he backed out and gave the spot back to Killam. As that's going on, let's go see.
Where is our pole sitter currently?
Gator Mike. Let's see. Where is Gator Mike? He is running P3 actually.
P3.
So he hasn't. So after slamming the wall, he hasn't fallen back too far. Up to P3.
Just gotta hope he doesn't have any of that. Just gotta hope he doesn't have that aero damage.
No, I don't see much damage on the car. I think he is pretty much. Yeah, his car looks almost perfect. I don't think he has to worry about
We
any
have
damage.
reports that Doc Shocks will be joining us tonight. He's just taking a quick bathroom break.
Oh, as the who's that? The 2 of Kevin gets put in the grass, but the 8 are wasted. Nothing intentional there. I think it was just a little bit of hard racing. As your top 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 are still single file. The one of you already heard gets to the outside of Gator Mike down the back. Gator's just gonna let him on by. So already I'm seeing a lot of patience, out of the Cup guys. How much patience do you think we saw last night in the Xfinity race, Big Jim?
Not much.
Not much.
We saw some, a little bit, maybe a tad at the end of stages 1 and 2. We saw no patience on any of the restarts, and definitely the end of stage 3 was a mess. So,
Yep.
you gotta hand it to the Cup guys. They know what they're doing. They know when to push the issue and when not to. They're doing a good job tonight so
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, speaking of that playoff battle between Keenan and Mr. Williams, Keenan's currently running P2. Oh, the old commentator curse, as I say it. Mr. Williams is spinning through the grass. He's gonna save it. Yeah, he's gonna lose all of that track position. He's all the way in the back now. I was gonna say Keenan's running P2, and I was gonna see where Williams is running, but he, as I was talking about it, spun out off of 2 or 4. Don't know if there was any contact or if he just got loose, and went around and is now in the back. I think he might be in last place at the moment. But so right now, Keenan's is looking great on the points battle.
And Mr. Williams is falling back. That's gonna do a lot to that. You were just talking at the top of the show. You're talking about how huge the playoff cutoff line was. Mr. Williams 8 up above it, and Keenan's 8 under it. That's probably gonna shake some things up if Keenan's can garner some stage points here.
Yeah, we saw this on Monday at Pocono too. Keenan's was running in the top 5 at Pocono in both stages, but I think he might have gained a few stage points, but if he did, it wasn't many, because just bad luck at the end of the stages. As we are now joined in the booth by Doc Shocks. What's going on, Doc? How was that NBC Fast Lab with Kid Rock?
Man, that was awesome. I'll tell you what, you know, the guy rocks, and it was one hell of a time. Really enjoyed it.
Yes, sir. The leader of the 48 of Captain Kill him. It's loose off turn 2. That's going to allow the 3 of Keenan's to get on the outside. Going into 3. Oh, man. Let's see what happens here. Keenan's on the outside. He's trying to make it stick. Looks like it's not going to. As the 48 of Captain Killam drives back underneath. And he's going to push from the one of you already heard. And looks like Captain Killam is going to clear for the lead going into turn 1. Doc, do you need an invite or do you have one already?
I'm good.
Alright, cool. I would love some help since Big Jim can't even watch the race.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm still on the plane.
Yeah, he's still on the plane from, I don't know, you know where you're coming from. Where are you coming from, Big Jim? And why is it taking you so long?
Should be coming out of DC, but we had a lot of delays, a lot of rain delays. Looks like we're gonna be 2.5 hours out, so
yep.
Might not get there to the end of the race, but I'll be there to have some brewskis with you after, Jag Boy.
Well, that's a bummer. Yeah, it's a lot of cold, rainy weather up there in DC, I'm sure. As the top 3 are having a 3-car breakaway. As I say that, the one of you already heard way loose off turn 2. Gathers it back up and it's gonna get back up in line. The 3 of Keenan's is now clear for the lead going into turn 3.
Kevin making a power move on the inside on Captain Killam at 48.
Yeah, Doc, me and Jim were just
Well, this
talking
couldn't
about
go any better for. Sorry, this couldn't go any better for Keenan. With Mr. Williams falling back and him surging to the front. He needs to make the most out of today.
Yep.
And I think he knows that. We know that. And he's showing it here in stage 1.
Oh, the 3! Oh, wow. The 3 of
48.
Keenan's. Oh, hit the apron in the middle of 1 and 2. And maybe a little help from Captain Kinlan, but, I mean, he had nowhere to go. He was on
And
his
that's
bumper.
and that's going to be great for the 88 of Crunch. Is he's going to go ahead and take the top spot, and Joe's going to fall in right
Wow.
behind him. The one got slowed up after that accident between Killam and Kevin or K Keenitz,
Yep.
and so that's going to allow the one to move into second. But don't look now, that two car is going to go ahead and make his way. Kelvin is going to go ahead on the inside of Cat Crunch and try to take this lead.
Yeah, as that 3-car breakaway just turned into an 8-car pack for the lead. 8-car battle. As you said, Doc, the 2-car of Kevin is looking underneath the 88 of Crunch for the lead, and actually
he might clear him here, Greg, coming out of 4 here.
Yep,
Looks
and
like
he
he's going to
will.
get a good run on that preferred inside lane, and that one of You Already Heard is going to go to the inside. As we got some guys going through the grass, I think that's the
17
birthday
Lights
boy
Out.
of Lights Out.
Oh,
Yeah,
save it,
he's,
buddy.
Yeah, he's having a tough time
Oh.
trying to keep that off the wall.
He kept it
But,
straight
but
though.
yeah, the one of You Already Heard is going to go to the inside of that 88, and Crunch desperately needs to get to the inside line because now he's got Gator Mike 89 and that 00. He's going to try to creep up and snag that position as well.
Yeah, get
As
there.
they're going to form a line right behind him. Crunch is going to lose a lot of positions here.
Oh yeah, he's gonna
As
get
a
freight
result,
train.
he's got to get in front of Killam if he can.
Ooh, as Gator gets... Oh, Gator's actually coming to pit road. Gator Mike was actually the pole sitter for this
Wow,
race
Gator's going
tonight.
to short pit.
It looks like it. So Gator Mike, the first one on pit road. Maybe Keenitz. I think Keenitz might follow here. Nope.
Yeah, I
would-
think that would be smart, especially of the damage
With the
that
damage.
if he sustained any damage from that incident there with Killam, he may need to go ahead and come down pit road to repair some of that damage. But man, TK 270 Kevin 1.0 starting to put some distance between him and the rest of the field in the early goings of this race.
Yep. Actually, the 2-car Kevin was my pick to win this. Was my pre-race pick to win this race. No specific reason, just gut feeling. So far he's proving me. He's making me very confident right now in my prediction.
Yeah, man, he's been strong. He actually just came off of a great win, and you know he's got that confidence. He's got his first win in the North American eRacing
Man,
eRacing League, and you know he's just gonna carry that momentum, and it's showing right here as they're battling for second place on back, but Kevin just seems to have that pull away speed.
yeah, he looks
We got a car
strong.
going down pit road.
He has a huge, well, not a huge, but he's got a pretty decent sized gap on second place. As we have a car coming down pit road. Who would that be? That would
The
be...
41 of K-Bart has just come off pit road.
Okay. Where did Gator come out? So Gator is behind the 41 of K-Bart. So those are those the only two that have been on pit road, or do we not know yet?
I believe so. I thought I just saw somebody come down pit road, but I can't see who it was. Yeah, Crunch was able to make it back up to second place after losing a lot of spots. And you're really going to You Already Heard, and
Yep.
looked like Killam was going to go ahead underneath him and pass him, but Crunch was able to get that track position back as he's still in second place trying to chase down Kelvin.
Just to note, there are 29 total laps in stage 1, and they are coming to 3 to go. I don't know how I haven't even said anything about that yet. Rookie mistakes.
Oh wow, so three to go, and Kelvin is gonna have a really good chance at winning this stage. A lot of these guys are trying to short pit. They're trying to pit now with 3 to go, trying to get
Somebody
some
else
track
just
position
connected
after the
with.
stage.
Yeah, and it's interesting. Some guys are close on fuel. I know the one you already heard just passed the line with 3 to go, and he has 3 laps of fuel, so he might not have to pit. There was that early caution, so I wonder if I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe
some of these
some
guys
people
just
took
stayed
less
out.
fuel.
Or maybe, yeah, as we have Charp 24 and that number 20 machine, he's down pit road.
Wow. I mean, for the one of you already heard, I'm watching this. It's gonna be close. for him to make it, but we'll see if he tries to stretch it at all, as he is currently running P4. So your top 5 right now are the 2 of Kevin, the 88 of Lieutenant Crunch, the 48 of Captain Kilm, the 1 of You Already Heard, and I believe 5th is, yes, the 8 of Wasted.
Wow, so you have 2 FPGM drivers in the top 5, and Kevin, you know, he was strong in that 3, but unfortunately with hitting the apron there, he kind of cost himself some a really good opportunity at some stage points that he desperately needs as we come closer and closer to the end of the regular season. And I believe this is now 1 to go.
Yes,
this
is the last lap of the stage right now.
Okay. So 1 to go in the stage. Yep. We got Kelvin, who's got a sizable lead. He should get this stage victory.
He should, unless he starts running out. Coming out of or going into 3, he sounds slow. I don't know. Is he sputtering? I think he might be out. He's out.
He's out. Wow, Killam's out
coming
too.
To the line. Oh, the 2 of Kevin is gonna win stage 1. Running out of fuel. Oh wow, they were 3 wide for a second.
What a finish to that stage.
Wow. I think Crunch finished second. I think. Let's see. Yes, so the 2 of Kevin wins stage 1. That's his first stage win of the year, of the season, by the way.
How about
Lieutenant
that?
Crunch, second. Wasted, third. You already heard fourth. And how about Jay Harris, P5?
Jay Harris, wow, what a move.
So I gotta ask you guys, Kevin 1.0, he's third in points right now. With Draven falling off and having to retire the league for the time being, do you think Kevin 1.0 could be the new Draven? He's out there with You Already Heard and Captain Killam in points.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. But at the same time, I feel like, you know, he's definitely leading the Ford camp. You know, there's been a lot of fast Chevys up front this season. But for the Ford camp, that TK270 Kevin 1.0 has definitely shown that he has speed. He's been showing consistency. And, you know, he's definitely been a guy to watch for during the season, but it just seems like he's really peaking right now at the right time, carrying momentum and gaining more and more points here after winning that stage to put himself in a good position for the chase. I still think he needs to get a couple more wins under his belt before we start calling him Draven 2.0. Because Draven, man, in that 4 machine, he's a bad man. But I'll tell you, you make a good point. I think Kevin is definitely on the up and up.
As I completely agree. As we are green for stage 2, 27 laps in this stage. Lieutenant Crunch, the new leader. The fuel window is 22 laps, so without a caution, these guys are gonna have to pit under green once. So green flag pit stops without a caution will come into play. As the 2 of Kevin is back to the inside of the 88, going into 3. Trying to look for a lead. He's trying to get a push from the 8 of Wasted, who has made his way up to P3. And they are side by side down the front straightaway for the lead.
Yeah, Crunch gave up the bottom, and that's going to cost them here. Is once again they're going to go ahead and get by him. But you know, Crunch, I tell you, man, he's a guy where nothing phases him. It just seems like if something goes wrong or something happens to him, if he gets taken out or get put in the wall or whatnot, he always seems to be able to overcome that adversity, and he finds his way up in the discussion for a win at the end of what seems every race. You know, he's always a guy to kind of watch out for and to not sleep on, because he can come out of nowhere and just start flying past guys if you're not careful. But we're gonna have Kevin still. You know, seems to be the dominant car as of the early goings of this race, leading the pack as they're 2 wide on back.
Yes, the 8 of Wasted now looking dove to the inside, looking for the pass for the lead, heading into turn 3. As he is going to miss the bottom a little bit, that's going to open the door for the 1 of You Already Heard, who's not going to take that. A lot of patience shown there from the 1 of You Already Heard. to not make it 3 wide for the lead. But the 8 wasted is now the race leader.
Yeah, he was able to get to the inside there of Kevin 1.0, and he's going to go ahead and take the lead. And he's got his teammate of the one of you already heard, FBGM. Both of these guys are kind of hooking up, and they're trying to get in each other's draft, try to push each other to the front and get away from this pack. But still, you know, these guys are not being able to separate like Kevin did at the end of stage 1. They're all fighting. They're making every line work. You've got even Kevin 1.0 in that too, trying to make the high side line work. He's making that top line work. Ooh. It looks like Gator in the 0 kind of gets into his left rear quarter panel coming off of 4.
Slight contact off 4. No harm, no foul. So I think everything is okay there. But yeah, as you were saying, the 2 of Kevin. Ooh, there's some contact up front. Yeah, he missed the bottom and he got stuck on the outside. And he went all the way from the lead to now. I believe that is P5.
Yeah, he's definitely fallen back a little bit. Now, Big Jim and Jagboy, y'all raced at Michigan here last night in the Xfinity series. Can you give me a couple of pointers or some tips on this track as far as, you know, what you're looking to get out of your car, say, you know, around stage 2? Are you looking to conserve a little bit, knowing that fuel seems to be an issue later on in the stage, or are you just gunning it, you know, kind of just trying to get as many stage points as you can, and, you know, whatever happens, the fuel happens, or are you just still trying to feel your car out to see if you can get some stage 3 speed and make the modifications you need when you do come down pit road?
Well, I think you really have to push it, because there really is, at least in the Xfinity cars, you can't really save any fuel. Because I know I was, after I got spun out, I was stuck in the back, and I was only 2 laps short with 12 to go, and I was trying to save fuel, and I was going super slow, and I just couldn't save any fuel. I mean, the laps kept ticking down for fuel at the same point around the track every lap. So there really is no saving fuel, so you really do just have to push. Jim, you got anything?
Yeah, I agree with Jagboy, but on a whole different basis. As much as fuel might be a problem, getting out of the draft is huge here. Once you get out of the draft, it acts like a plate track. You start losing time like crazy. So you gotta stay in a pack. You gotta be pushing it all you can, getting as much as you can to just stay in a pack. Yep. So I think there's 2 dynamics to it. Is A, you can't really save fuel here, and B, you gotta stay in that pack.
Yep. And as we were talking, actually, the one of you already heard has taken the lead. Yeah.
So, wow, it looks like they've got single file all behind them. Yep. So still no one being able to break away. Killam kind of gets pushed up. Yeah, Killam in the 48 seems to get pushed up on the high line coming out of 4. And once again, I was talking about him earlier, Lieutenant Crunch in that 88, just after having that little issue, getting off of that bottom line or bottom groove, getting on the high side and losing the lead to Wasted early on in this stage. He seemed to find a way to crawl right back into it.
Yep, he has been all over the bumper of the one you already heard for the last few laps. Just being patient, waiting to make his move.
It looks like we could have had an incident, or there may have been an incident between Gator and also Lights Out, as some of these guys have kind of fallen through the back. I did see a car hit the wall or scrape the wall. I'm not exactly certain who that was, but it seemed like in the backstretch there was some contact made.
And so going back on Lieutenant Crunch, he's 84 points above the cutoff line, so if he can just keep growing that lead, get more comfortable cushion between him and guys below the playoff line, he'll be a lot more comfortable.
Speaking of with the playoffs closing and only 5 races left, do you guys think these guys like Keenan's and K-Bart K-Bart's 57 points below the cutoff line? Marksman, I don't even think Marksman's in this race, but he's 58 below.
I believe he is.
Oh, I don't know, but do you guys think that these guys are gonna start getting more aggressive as the playoffs close in?
I honestly think without a doubt, for sure. You know, every point at this point of the season
is absolutely critical, as we have Gator Mike going all the way down to the low side coming out at 2. I don't know if he got loose coming off the corner or what, but it just seemed like his car just took a straight nosedive towards that inside wall in the backstretch.
I think
he's going to kind of drift up the track. Looks like Jay Harris is going to go ahead and take that spot away in the 38.
Yep.
But yeah, once again, to answer that question, I just feel like right now, you've got to get as many points as you can. You've got to cement your place in the chase. That's the point of racing the whole season long. You're battling for points. Early in the season, you're trying to play a little bit more conservative. You're trying to feel out your competitors. You're trying to feel out the car, how it drives, different setups, and try to learn as much as you can. With a new NASCAR Heat 4 game, but at the same time, right now, you're not trying to feel anything out. Right now, it's pedal to the metal. You try to race as clean as you can early on, but on stage 2, end of stage 2, or end of the stages period, or even the end of the race, it's all guns blazing, man. You got to get as many points as you can, because that 1 or 2 points that you just missed out on could be the difference between you making it in the chase and you having to race as just an innocent bystander on the track while these other guys are in. So, but it looks like Wasted in the 8 is also going to have a little bit of an issue, as he's going to go down to the inside, coming off of 2. And a lot of these guys are having issues. It seems like it might be a tire problem or a handling problem with their vehicles, but it just seems like these guys are just coming off of 2. It seems to be an issue for all of them, or for the majority of them.
Yeah, I know that was an issue last night too. For some people, was getting way loose off of the exits of 2 and 4. So that might come into play here. I mean, it already has, but it might come into play even more here as we watch this race go on. So
you have to find a name for it. You already got the Texas bite.
Yeah.
You need one from Michigan.
Someone else got way loose. I think that was a 3 of Keenan's. Yes, it was.
As we've got now a 3-car battle for the lead.
Yeah.
You got Joe, you already heard, in the 1 at Monster Energy.
The 12
Chevy.
of OFR is on pit road. Go ahead.
Okay. So he's gonna make a short pit in this stage. That might pay off for him towards the later runnings. He might be able to gain some ground on some of these guys, especially if they're having issues coming off of 2. You can get a lot of speeds, a lot of seconds back on some laps by having these guys having trouble. But 88 of Lieutenant Crunch follows behind. You already heard, the 1 leading the pack, and I believe, is that the 41 K-Bart behind him?
That is the 41 of K-Bart in P3, hanging tight with the 2 leaders.
He sure is, man. K-Bart. We haven't really talked much about him, and he's showing that he's got some speed. He can hang up in the draft with these guys at the front of the pack and contend. As all 3 of these guys seem to have, with the draft, or putting some distance on the rest of the field. I believe Captain Killam in that 48 is desperately trying to get back up to the lead, but it doesn't look like he's got much drafting help, so it might take a couple of cars in tandem to kind of work with him to hopefully catch these 3 guys who are steadily pulling away.
Oh yeah, definitely. With the drafting so prevalent here at this racetrack, you definitely need it. It's very important to catch anybody. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, we got a mad dash on pit road right now. The 42 of Mr. Williams is down pit road. Storm Rooster in the 19 is down. I believe that's the 20 of Sharp. And also
17 of Lights Out.
The 17 of Lights Out, exactly. Yeah, he's gonna make a pit stop, and we're gonna see if this this early pit strategy pays off for him in the long run.
19 of Storm Rooster also on pit road. I don't know if you said that or not. I'm sorry.
Gotta wonder what their percentages look like on those tires after all this time. Maybe some of them have been serving a little more on those tires.
Yeah.
Some have been pushing a little harder up in the tire pressures, trying to get more out of it on the short run.
Well, we got more
wonder if
takers.
strategy's playing in.
Yeah, we got more takers on pit road. I think you're exactly right there, Big Jim. I think that these guys, they need tires desperately. They're swerving off of 2. They're getting so loose, it's almost undrivable, as the 2 of Kelvin is down pit road, the 00 of Gator Mike is down pit road, the 8 of Wasted is now down pit road, and also I believe that's 38 Jay Harris. Yep. He's also on pit road.
That
so
is
a lot of these guys trying to get some more speed and get some fresh tires for the ending of the stage.
As we have 9 to go, right now. We are 9 to go in stage 2.
Captain Killam's going to come down pit road as the rest of the three guys in front of him, the three leaders with you already heard in the 1, Lieutenant Crunch in the 88, and the 41 of K-Bart. All of these guys, they're going to have to come soon. You know, some of these guys like Killam are going to gain a ton of ground on them if they don't pit here shortly. Now, what do you do, guys? What do you do in this situation? You know, you got, you know, not a lot of laps left in this stage. You know, you gotta try to save your tires, but you also, you know, you may have to come down pit road. You don't know if the fuel's gonna make it. What do? Do you take 2 tires? Do you fill her up with a half tank?
I think some people might take 2. Those are some really good strategy calls. I don't know. We'll have to see. As the 41 of K-Bart did come down pit road, I would probably chance it. I would take 2, just to see how much time I would gain, because you are coming to the stage end in about 7 or 8 laps. So just try to hang on as the 2 leaders are coming down pit road now.
Oh wow! So we're gonna see how much time they're going to gain or lose by making a pit stop, as it seems like the rest of the field had already made their stop. I did see that Storm Rooster in the 19 was able to pull in front of Captain Killam. He's currently in 7th place right now, and Storm Rooster pit 1 lap before Killam did. So you're seeing right now the track position that you gain just by pitting 1 lap early. But you also got to think that those tires may play a role. Having 1 more lap on them, they might be a little bit more worn. So we're going to see what happens. Is the 48th actually going to go ahead and pass Storm Rooster there for 6th place? He's going to gain a position.
The 1 of you already heard is just now coming off of pit road, still the leader.
Okay.
So it doesn't look like he's going to lose the lead. As a 41
Is that the 41 K-Bart coming up on him?
Yeah, it looks like he didn't gain much time. Looks like he lost a little bit of time.
It sure did. You want to know, you know, you wonder what pit strategy did he make to compared to these other guys? You know, did these other guys not take as much fuel, or did they only take 2 tires? Did he take 4? I gotta think you gotta take 4 tires here.
I would think so too, but you never know. Some people might try to pull some crazy strategy.
When you guys get the chance, you should let me know where Keenitz and Mr. Williams are. That way we can keep that battle for points.
Actually, Keenitz is running P4. Mr. Williams is running P5.
Wow.
And neither of them gained stage points in stage 1. And actually, Keenitz has a 1.5 second lead over Mr. Williams. So if he can hang on, if Keenitz can hang on to P4, he's gonna gain 1 spot on that playoff cut line, or gain
Amazing
1
stuff
point
there
on that playoff cut line.
Yeah, there's a lot of like we were saying earlier, you know, every point is valuable, especially at this time of the season. And both of these guys trying to race for not only stage points, but trying to race for a way past each other to get into the chase.
Yep.
As you know, it's going to start heating up. Some feelings might get hurt, some bumping and baying, some hard racing might be happening here late at Michigan. We're going to have to see how this all plays out. But right now, the one of you already heard is just been able to pull away from those 2 of K-Bart in the 41, and then also Crunch, Lieutenant Crunch in that 88, as both of them are battling for both 2nd and 3rd place respectively.
Yep.
As I believe we have 4 laps to go in stage 2, so a lot of the guys have spread out. It seems like there's a couple of 2-car packs, but for the most part, I think that these 3 have got themselves locked in for stage points for sure.
Now coming to 3 to go, you think if the 41 and the 88 work together and push each other, do you think they'll be able to catch the 1 car?
They might. You know, they're working pretty hard to try to get up there to that 1 of you already heard, and it seems like they might be gaining some ground, but you know, with only 2 laps to go, it might be a little too late. Might be a little too late to get that draft to go catch that 1 car, but Definitely you're seeing the pit strategies and how they're playing out, especially when it comes to track position. You saw that those guys, the one of you already heard, and also the 88 of Lieutenant Crunch pit later in the stage, and they still were able to maintain track position compared to the rest of the field who even short pit. So that's very interesting. What kind of calls are going to be made in stage 3 when there might have to be 2 pit stops. Maybe you split the stage in half and then try to just fuel her up, gas and go, and crank out the last 5 or 6 laps left in the race.
As we are coming to 1 lap to go in the stage, they got 1 more lap to try and catch the one of you already heard. I don't know if it's going to happen, but they're definitely going to try. Or will Lieutenant Crunch try to make the move and finish second and gain that extra point?
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. I think if you're Lieutenant Crunch, you got to go for the stage points. You already heard in that one car, he's basically gone. He set sail on the field, and it looks like K-Bart's going to go ahead and throw a block on Lieutenant Crunch going down the backstretch. He's going to cut down to the inside. Crunch is going to try to go to the outside, and both of them are going to be side by side going into 3. Crunch is going to fall right back in behind him. He didn't get the run he wanted on the outside. Yeah. As you already heard, the one of you already heard, looks like he's going to take the stage. Crunch is down in the grass.
Is he gonna get him at the line? No, so close.
Wow, what a finish there between K-Bart. Oh wow. Yeah, he let it all friggin' hang out there. He friggin' went balls to the wall on that 88 machine.
So yep, your top 5 are the one of you already heard, the 41 of K-Bart, the 88 of Lieutenant Crunch, the 48 of Captain Killam, and the 3 of Keenitz finishing P5.
Oh, Mr. Williams lost out on points.
He lost out on points. That brings Keenitz that much 1 point closer to him. As Joe, you already heard, that is his 6th stage win of the season, so another playoff point. Very important playoff point heading into these playoffs in just 5 races.
I'll tell you what, guys, it's about to get crazy. We're getting into stage 3, possibly the last restart of the night.
Yep.
Let's see what happens there.
There will be, I believe, 39 to go 39 laps in stage 3, so they will only have to make 1 pit stop.
All right, guys. Final stage of the race. This is where it all counts. You're going to have the one of you already heard starting on the inside. He's going to go ahead and take a nose lead in front of K-Bart in that 41, who's going to probably try to cut in front of K. Keenitz in the 3, and it's not going to happen. As he's going to be on the inside, and K. Keenitz in that 3 car are going to go ahead and try to take over that 2nd spot. Wow, and K-Bart, the entire top line is just stalled out. It doesn't look like they're able to gain any ground, as the bottom line is definitely organized themselves to really freight train both K-Bart in the 41 and also the 48 at Captain Killam, as these guys are definitely going to have to get down and try to get in that draft to be able to make up the positions in the track position that they had lost on that restart.
Yeah, how about the 3 of Keenan's finding his way back up to the front in P2? Trying to challenge the one of your. Oh, it's a 17 of lights out. Hits the apron and gets spun around. Collects the 00 of Gator. That's a caution. 00 of Gator Mike 38 of Jay Harris, and there's one more car. I believe that was the 20 of Sharp. It was
the 17 of lights out is also involved.
Yep, he was the one that got spun around. I think lights out clipped the apron there. Wow, so caution, I believe just the 2nd caution for incidents night early in
This is our 2nd caution of the night, yep.
And just a note on the points battle, Keenan's P2, Mr. Williams P6. So they're still pretty close fighting for all those points. I'll tell you that.
Interested to see how aggressive Keenitz gets here with his FBGM teammate. He's the one that kind of needs the points here.
Yeah.
See what he does.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, but man, I think no matter what, you got to race for yourself. Trying to get in the chase and trying to get in the playoffs. I think the team game kind of goes out the window at this point.
Yeah.
Maybe in stage points you kind of let them go, but if you're trying to win a race, you got to go ahead and try to take the dub, and you just hope that the other guy finishes well. But you could try to work together.
Yep, as Keenan's from starting on the outside actually gets clear
Oh, the contact. Lieutenant
the
crunching the
bottom.
wall off it too.
Ooh. That's gonna hurt him. He's losing all those spots. Lost all his momentum from hitting the wall, and he lost about 5 spots.
Well, there was contact between K Bart and the 41 and the 3 of K Keenitz. It looked like K Keenitz had come down, kind of cut across his nose there, coming into 3. As they are 3 wide in the back of this pack right now.
Wow.
They're 3 wide coming to the start finish, and you got Killam in the 48. You got the 2 of Kelvin. You got the 19 of Storm Rooster in the middle line, making a heck of a move, passing both of them. Wow.
The 3 wide off 2. The 2 of Kevin. The 8 of Wasted. Oh, as we got contact. Oh, we got a wreck. The 48 of Killam. The 42 of Mr. Williams down the back. I don't think that's gonna be enough. Oh. I don't think that's gonna be enough for a caution.
No,
wow.
Might not be. That's gonna have some serious playoff implications.
The 48, who's been strong all night, goes around, and the 42 of Mr. Williams also involved in that. That's huge for the 3 of Keenan's.
Yeah, if he can just hold his position here and just race smart. Hopefully, he doesn't catch that apron again, but. As long as he could just keep it clean, keep just running his race and staying up front, staying here with you already heard in the 1 car, you might be able to make some serious ground up in those point standings with that unfortunate accident there mid pack. But man, that was a heck of a race there for position. These guys are still 3 wide going on back. As
actually the 3 of Keenan's has actually also pulled away from the pack, and he is all over the rear bumper of the 1 of you already heard. I'm kind of surprised that Keenan's actually pulled away from the pack, and him and the 1 of you already heard are gapping the rest of the field. So you got a 2-car breakaway for the lead.
Yeah, they sure are. They're starting to organize though behind him, and Lieutenant Crunch is really kind of leading that pack. Yeah, you got
the 3 of Keenan's got a huge run off of turn 4. I don't know if the 1 got loose, but off of 4, Keenan's had a huge run. He's gonna clear it on the front straight for the lead. The 3 car of Keenan's to the lead at Michigan. I think the 48 of Killam and the 42 of Mr. Williams they're too far back to pull. I think any strategy. I think they're definitely gonna need a caution if they want to get back up here.
They definitely might have some damage there, hitting that inside retaining wall in the back stretch. You got to think that damage might be causing them some aerodynamic problems and some issues. And as far as speed is concerned, and they might be struggling right now trying to hold on to it, especially in the corners with the tires starting to get worn as we get closer to the middle point of the stage. Yep. But yeah, what a story for that 3 car of K Keenitz. He's on the brink of elimination from the chase if the playoffs were to start tomorrow, and if this were the end of the regular season, he's right there on that borderline. And for him to have a race like tonight and be able to show the kind of speed that he's been having with staying up towards the front, being able to lead some laps here, it's definitely a good night for that 3 machine. And these guys don't look now, but. And the pack behind them starting to catch both of these guys. They're starting to form up. Even though they're racing side by side here for position, these guys are still trying to. These guys seem to be closing the gap on that 1 of you already heard, as well as K Keenitz here leading the race.
Yeah, I think early in the run, I think 1 or 2 cars can pull away from the pack, but eventually, as we got a wreck. Oh, do we have a wreck in the back? There's a lot of guys getting loose in the back. I think someone's around in the back.
But it looks like the 8 of Wasted. The 8 of Wasted is around.
Wow.
He looks like he has some damage, and Killam's going to go right past him.
Wow.
And there's no caution flag.
Dang. Wasted is now in trouble. He's going to need a caution. But yeah, as I was saying, but eventually that pack, like we saw last night, eventually that pack will catch up to you. So they better be ready for that pack to get up to. But yeah, what a power move by Keenan's. That pass on the 1 if you already heard, he on the outside, he blew his doors off. That was a insane pass.
It sure was. Yeah, I was. You gotta wonder what exactly went wrong there with the one. It looked like he did get loose. I
I
didn't
think
fully
that's what
see.
happened.
Yeah, I didn't fully see exactly what happened, but yeah, what a move by Keen.
Who is currently P3? I can't see
I
leaders.
think
I
that's
think
Gator Mike.
that is the 00 of Gator Mike in P3. The pole
Wow.
sitter. There had some. I think he had some struggles there in stage 2, but here in stage 3, he is all the way back up to P3, showing he has a ton of speed tonight.
Yeah, you got Gator Mike there in third place, followed by the 41 of K-Bart, and then you've got the 2 of TK 270 Kelvin rounding out your top 5 as we grow closer and closer to the end of this race. And these 3 guys are going to try to form a line. They're going to try to track down these 2 leaders.
Yep, we currently have 25 to go. As the one of you already heard, look to the inside of the 3 of Keenitz. They're 1 and 2. They are dead even coming down the back. Oh, is the 7th? Believe it's the 17 of Lights that gets way loose off of 2, as the 1's gonna clear for the lead. And that pack, as they were battling, that pack, led by the 00 of Gator Mike, has caught the 2 leaders. We'll see if they can start pulling away again, or if that pack is just gonna run them down.
Man, I think they're in a fishing boat. That pack of 4 right now, led by Gator Mike, they're in a fishing boat, and they got their fishing poles out. They got the bobbers in the water, and they're just slowly reeling them in.
That's
Lap by lap, reeling them in. As the one of you already heard is going to try to get with K Keenitz, since these 2 guys are going to hopefully try to hook up and gain some speed. But yeah, like you said there, Jag Boy, this pack behind them, all of them, not even just that 4-car pack, but there's another 4-car pack behind them too that are starting to get in the line. It's going to be a heck of a finish to this race. Now, with both of you guys racing last night as well, like if you're in stage 3 right now, and you're these guys at the front of the field, you saw in stage 2 that the early pit, or some of these guys who short pit, it didn't seem like it really paid off for them track position wise. It seemed like pitting later actually was the better move. So what do you guys do here in stage 3? Do you take 2 tires? Do you obviously you're probably gonna give her all the gas you can. You're gonna put the whole tank in, but at the same time, do you take 2 tires? Do you take all 4 tires? Do you stay out late? Do you try to short pit, even though you saw in stage 2 it didn't exactly work to the advantage of some of the guys who were trying to make that work?
I think you stay out as long as you can, because what Jim was saying earlier is you don't want to come off pit road and have no draft. I think the draft is, if someone gets way loose off too, the draft is too important at this track. So I would try to pit with as many people as you can, so you don't lose the draft coming off and lose that time.
Yeah, I agree with Jagboy there. Last night in the Xfinity series, we had a point where a caution came out, and it was kind of split between people that didn't pit and people that did pit. People that didn't pit were in better place because they were able to come down, savor their track position, and get 4 tires. Because those guys behind them, they didn't take any tires. They had to come back in and get 4 anyways. So you want to stay out as long as you can. Try to keep that track position.
Yeah, as you were talking, Jim, the one of you already heard, the leader got way loose off of turn 2, but 3 of Keen's didn't pounce. He didn't have quite enough of a run to do anything with it, so he's just going to fall back in line.
Now, looks like we're going to have a battle here for 3rd place, and some of these guys are not making the ground up that we had seen earlier.
No. It
looks like they kind of stalled out, as Kelvin is going to go to the inside of that 00 of Gator Mike.
It looks like the 2 leaders are actually starting to pull away again. So 2 really strong cars out front, and the one you already heard of, 3 of Keenitz. Yeah, they're definitely starting to pull away from that pack again. As you got to think, green flag pit stops are coming up very, very soon. I think we have around 20 to go. So probably within the next 5 laps, we'll start seeing some green flag pit stops. Yeah,
these guys, you got to think they got to be starting to hurt on fuel. It's I think they only have about, somewhere under 5 laps to go before they're going to have to come down pit road and fuel up. So the pit window is definitely coming up here within the next few laps. We're going to have to see who plays what strategy. As the 42 of Mr. Williams is down pit road, he's fueling up.
He's down pit road. All right. He's actually just coming off of pit road. It was in
You're
the
going to
fuel
have
window.
the 88 of Lieutenant Crunch coming down pit road as well. A lot of takers. We got 2 or 3 of these guys coming down right now. The 88, the 19 of Storm Rooster, and I believe the 17 of Lights Out. All of these guys hitting pit road early.
Yeah, so you gotta wonder if this was planned or if this was by chance that these guys all came down at the same time. But if they all come out relatively close to each other, that shouldn't be too bad for them, because they should be able to draft with each other and still keep up a pretty good amount of speed and not lose too much time, if any time. Maybe gain some time.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And with that being said, you got to think Mr. Williams might be hung out to dry in this race, because he came down by himself after some of that early contact. He might be hurting to get a draft partner. He's going to need somebody to be around him so he can maintain some of the speed that some of these leaders are having, so he can get back into this race. As the 41 of K-Bart 20 is now down pit road, I believe a couple more takers. You got the 38 of Jay Harris. You've also got the 20 of Sharp. Gator Mike down pit road. Holy cow, everybody's coming
Looks
now.
like the 3 of Keenan's and the 1 of You Already Heard. They are
The
both
leaders
coming down pit road. Yep.
Captain Killam is now down pit road as well. He's
Oh,
going to try
the 3 of Keenan's heading to pit road. He must have locked him up, because he just turned left and slammed the inside wall.
Oh no, and that's
Not
what
it
he
wasn't.
needs.
It wasn't head first. It was just the side of the car. So he's not totaled, but there's definitely some damage, and he did lose some time. Is that the 2 of
kills time.
The 2 of Kevin gained so much time on the 2 leaders heading to pit road. He passed Keenan's. He was right on the bumper of You Already Heard. So I think the 2 of Kevin is going to make up so much time with that aggressive pit entry. That's why I like getting on the pit road. Yeah, they're going to come off. Kevin in the 2 is going to come off right on the bumper of the 1 of You Already Heard. What a pit entry from the 2 of Kevin.
Do y'all think, the stress of it being oh, go ahead. It looks like the double zero Gator Mike
is going to pass. Is that for position? Let me see. I'm looking on Joe's stream. That is for position. So Gator Mike is the new leader.
Oh.
Wow. I don't know.
Now,
I don't even know what he could have done. He might. I don't know. Did he take 2 tires? He might have.
Yeah,
There's 15 to go.
Yeah, he may have taken 2, but with that mistake by K. Keenan, you guys think that might be a end of the regular season? Kind of. Weight on your shoulders, trying to make too much happen, trying to rush down pit road so you can get yourself off the pit road in front of You Already Heard. Do you think, that kind of pressure got to him and he tried to get down too quick and lock the brakes up?
That very well might be what. That very well might be what happened.
I think it's debatable between that and, Michigan actually has a tough pit road. You're coming down at 190 miles per hour. You got to get on the brakes pretty hard, and that thing will turn straight left on you if you're not really easy on the brake. So I think it might be a combination of both of those things.
I think you're exactly right, Jim. As the
That's
one
a good point.
of You Already Heard is pounding the rear bumper of the 00 of Gator Mike. But Gator Mike's holding strong. He's still in the lead as of right now. The 2 of Kevin, they got a 3-car battle for the lead here.
Gator's going to have to pull some Mr. Williams blocking out there if he's going to take home tonight's W.
It's definitely possible.
We definitely know that 42 can make his car 4 lanes wide at any part of the track. And the 1 of You Already Heard is going to make a power move. Kelvin's going to go with him in that 2 machine, and both of them are going to try to get an outside pass going into 1 on that 00 of Gator Mike. It looks like the 1's going to beat him by nose, but Gator Mike is fighting back on the inside. He might be able to clear him here coming off 2.
He's not. He got a little loose, and the 1 is going to have a decent run down the back. I think he's going to clear him heading into 3. He cleared him. So the 1 of You Already Heard back to the lead.
The one gets it done, but that 2 car of Kelvin, he's trying to battle on the outside. Will he be able to make the pass on Gator Mike in that 00 for second place? They cover the stripe. Whoa, what happened
The 42 was wrecked on the front straightaway. I don't know what happened. That was weird.
That was bizarre. As
I
that
don't know
one
if
of you already heard is still in the lead. You got the 2 of Kelvin, who's once again proven that he's been strong.
As he's gonna go for
winning.
the lead on the outside. He's gonna try to make the pass on the outside. Go ahead. Sorry for cutting you off.
He won stage 1, you know, that too, and he was leading in stage 2. And it just seems like that 2 machine, he's still able to hang up with the top of the field. As long as he's got that draft, he's able to be a contender for the win tonight, and he's going to go to the top side of you already heard in that 1, going into 1 here, trying to make that pass for the lead. It's going to be tough, though. He's going to need a push from Gator Mike, and I think Gator's a little too far behind him to give him any sort of drafting help.
Yeah, the 2 of Kevin looks really strong. He's going to get a good run. I believe he's going to get a good run here off of 2. He does. Is he going to... I don't know. I don't think he's going to be able to clear the 1. He's going to try and side draft heading into turn 3. Looks like that's going to work, and he is going to grab the lead, but not for long. The 2 of Kevin is always going to drive on the outside. As the 00 Gator Mike's going to go with the 1, if you already heard, on the bottom.
Kelvin in that 2. Oh, there's contact. The 2 on the wall. The 1 of you already heard. The 2 got into the right rear quarter panel of you already heard. It looked like that 1 had actually moved up a little bit. I don't think that was intentional. It just seemed like some sort of side drafting kind of... It seemed like the 2 and the 1 kind of just got sucked up together. It looked like they were both having Velcro on their cars, and they just found a way to hang up with each other. But it doesn't seem to affect that 2 that much, as he's still able to battle on the outside, as he's going to be able to clear Gator Mike coming off of 4.
Wow, we have a heck of a battle for the lead. With, I think, somewhere around 10 to go. I can give that to you here in a couple of seconds. We have, right now, 9 laps to go here at Michigan. The 2 of Kevin is still trying to make that outside work. He's going to have a good run with the draft here down the back. Is he going to dive into the inside? Nope. Very patient from the 2 of Kevin. I mean, Gator Mike and the 00 is still right there in 3rd. If something happens between these 2 leaders, he's right there to pounce. And right behind them, we have the 88 of Lieutenant Crunch and the 19 of Storm Rooster. I think they're slowly closing in on this battle too. So we might have a 5-car battle for the win before this thing's over.
Yeah, things are spicing up, man. We don't have many tracks left before that are as much of a wild card as much as Michigan. We have Sonoma, Darlington, Watkins Glen, New Hampshire. All of those tracks are very difficult to pass at. This is a green light for anyone to get aggressive here in Michigan. Anyone can win it.
Oh, absolutely. With the draft that plays as much, with the draft playing as much of an effect as it does, I think oh, that was a different track, never mind.
And I tell you what, that 88 of Lieutenant Crunch and that 19 of Storm Rooster, it looks like both of them got back into that boat and put some stink bait on the end of their line, man. They're reeling all of these guys in as they're closing in on that lead. Unreal. They have made up so much ground.
Wish I could be watching this one with you guys.
So 2 of Kevin is back to the outside of the 1, if you already heard, looking for the lead down the front straightaway.
Yeah, he's going to try to make a move, and it looks like Crunch is slowly catching up to Gator Mike there, trying to battle for P3. As the 2 kind of makes contact there going into 1 with the wall. And he's actually going to try to make the high side work, but he's going to fall and lose a lot of speed.
Oh, the 1 got loose off of 2. That's going to allow these guys to catch up. Oh, the 2, he's just going to fall in right behind the 1. Follow him on the bottom. Wow. I don't know how many I don't know how many laps are left.
I believe we have 5 to go.
Somewhere around 5, yeah. Check that.
5 to go, and you've got 5 guys here. I mean, if Storm Rooster can catch a draft and he can make his way up, you're going to have 5 guys all racing for the lead.
5 to go. As right now it is a 4-car battle for the lead. Storm Rooster who I believe is slowly reeling them in. Maybe not. Maybe these guys are pulling away. I don't know.
The 8 of Wasted is down pit road. As he's coming off now pit road, he's getting back on the track.
The Gator, the 00 of Gator Mike. Looks like he is.
Oh, there's contact.
A little bit of a. I don't know if he got tied off. I know the 88 got into the back of him through the center of the corner. He might have gotten tight from that contact and off the corner hit Kevin. I don't think that. Obviously, I don't think that was intentional.
Yeah, it looks like they got sucked up into each other, and
Wow.
and Gator in that too. Kelvin's gonna have to make up some ground, and he doesn't have a lot of laps left. He's only got about, I believe, 3 to go.
Yeah, they think they're coming to 3 to go. Can Gator Mike do anything? What does Gator Mike have here? The pole sitter. What does he have at the end of this race with 3 to go for the one? If you already, he's got the 88 Lieutenant Crunch right behind him. I don't know. This could be. Oh, as the one gets loose off of 4, the 00 of Gator Mike to the outside with 3 to go. Is he gonna clear for the lead? He's gonna clear heading into. Wow, Gator Mike is clear for the lead.
This is big for the points.
Wow.
Well moved by that 00.
And the 88 and the 1 are side by side for second.
That 88, man, he just comes out of nowhere. I'm telling you, he has stuff happen to him, and he just finds a way to stalk everyone down. He's able to get himself in a position late in the race. Seems like every race, no matter what happens, he's able to always contend for the win. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. Is the 88's going to go to the inside of Gator Mike. He's going to make that move, and he's going to get aggressive coming off of 4. He's going to try to dive it into 1 and clear Gator.
I think he is going to clear him.
But Gator's got the 1 of you already heard behind him, and Gator's going to kind of squeeze him down a little bit.
Oh, he cooked it. He cooked it. Oh.
Yeah, and you already heard he's going to take advantage of that. He's going to get really loose.
Oh my God. This is going to be a great battle as we're coming to the white flag.
Coming to the white flag.
Oh, a bit of a shove from the 00 to the 88. That's going to allow the 1 of you already heard to get to the inside and pass the 00. Is he inside the 88 right now? Oh, I can't.
Yes,
he's
on the apron. He's on the apron, the 1. And we come to 1 to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. Oh, there's a crash!
Oh, there's
it looks
a wreck.
like the 1 gets into the 88. It's going to take Gator out. He's going to be spinning Storm Rooster, and the 19 is spinning on the inside lane.
That's a caution.
That's
the race.
Oh,
that's the race. The 1 of you already heard wins at Michigan.
Wow, what a finish. It looks like
that
late contact.
That is, you already heard, 3rd win of the season. That's some huge stage. As Lieutenant Crunch did it up 2nd, Kevin 3rd, Stormrooster 4th, Gator Mike 5th, K-Bart 6th, Keenan's 7th, Lights Out 8th, Sharp 9th, and Jay Harrison. So Mr. Williams not even finishing in the top 10, but Keenan's finishing 7th. He gained a lot of ground tonight on that playoff cut line.
He sure did, man. The biggest benefiting factor, or the biggest the person who gained the most off of that caution, I believe, other than obviously you already heard, for getting the race win, has to be Kelvin. That too. Kevin 1.0 able to get past both of those guys and finish in a solid 2nd place on tonight's race. Man, what a finish too. That's early series having a wreck on the last lap, and then also now tonight with the Cup Series. It just shows you how much points right now at this time of the season, how much or how valuable they are to all these drivers right now, trying to get into the chase and also trying to distance themselves to give themselves the best chance of winning the NARL's inaugural season Cup Series championship.
As we have our winner joining us in the booth, the 1 of you already heard. How about that? What a finish! I mean, first of all, congratulations.
Appreciate it, man.
I mean, I don't even know what to ask. I'm not good at this stuff.
Lost for words.
Well, before
all right, Doc, you go.
Before you do anything, apologize to Kevin first and foremost, because he should have won. Crunch probably could have won that one as well, and that's what caused the caution. But that little bit of disconnect on the game just kind of caused me to cut across his nose. So I apologize to him and Gator for that. But yeah, what a race, man.
Yeah. I mean,
well,
I don't even know what to say. All right, Doc, you got anything?
Yeah, Joe, you already heard, man. You had a heck of a race. You definitely showed that you had speed all night long. You know, bringing home the dub for the FBGM crew. You know, how does it feel getting a win this late in the season, knowing that points are so valuable? You know, how does it feel right now getting this win at Michigan as you go into the last, I believe, 3 races of the season?
Just kind of building for the playoffs. Obviously, got a tall task to catch Killen for first place in points, so he's kind of got that locked in now. But just getting the points built up now for the first round, so that way we don't have to worry too much about it. And just kind of finding that speed, man. I've been good in the first stage, a little bit in the second stage, but the last stage of these last couple of races, I haven't had anything. So just a complete race overall tonight, and man, yeah, just builds momentum.
All right, Big Jim, you got anything to ask?
Yeah, actually I do. Well, heck of a job tonight. You already heard that was quite a show you put on. And so my question has nothing to do with tonight's race. My question is, how much confidence do you have at these road courses we're going to? 2 of the next 4, Sonoma and Watkins Glen. How you feeling?
You probably won't be hearing from me in these post-race interviews here, but
Yeah.
not a. I mean, just realistically, I mean, a top 5 there would be okay. You know, we got a good points lead over third, so I'm not really worried about that. As long as we keep second place in points and just keep it modest, you know, it'll be all right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's it. Well, congratulations on your 3rd win of the season, Joe. And sorry I don't have a question. I suck at that part. So
It's okay. I'll take care of your part for you. Shout out to FBGM.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna get ourselves another guy up here to win besides me, so they can actually talk to y'all. And we're going in the right direction. And y'all watch out for Kelvin, because that guy for some reason has found some speed. So I'm kind of worried about that.
All right. Well,
Sure has. You already heard. He sure has.
all right. Well, congratulations, man. Thank you for joining us. I'm gonna politely ask you to leave so we can get our 2nd place finisher. Who is this? Lieutenant Crunch in here. It was Crunch. No problem. Congratulations. Okay, so my only question for Crunch is what happened at the end, and that's it. Is he even on anymore? Wait. I know I have him on my friends list. I don't think he's on anymore. I don't have him. Wow, I thought I had him for sure. No, you weren't cutting out at all. No, I think he said that with the road courses and stuff, he's not going to be up here that much. Holy. How do I not have Lieutenant Crunch? Wait. I don't. Wow. Okay, well.
For the party, I see.
Yep, alright, cool. Thank you. I have to add him after this. I thought I had him 100%. Alright, well.
That's our 4th place in
Yeah.
points right there.
I really gotta get better at this whole post-race question thing. Because every time Avenge comes to me, it's like a really bad question, or it's like, well, I got nothing, so congratulations.
It's all good.
There he is.
I don't have him yet.
All right, so we got our 2nd place finisher tonight, Lieutenant Crunch. Man, what a finish!
Oh, okay. I guess. Okay. So, as we have our 2nd place finisher in here, Lieutenant Crunch in the 88, finishing P2 tonight. I mean, what happened there at the end? Do you know? Like, what happened from your perspective?
I don't know. As a driver point of view, it just sucks, but you know, that's a game kind of thing right there. The game does that. And we were racing hard there. It was a fun last couple laps. You know, I had an aggressive slide on Joe earlier in the race. I didn't know how aggressive we were going to be there at the end, but we were all sliding around. It was just, you know, and he came up trying to block the draft, but I was still there. I'm just happy the game actually gave me a caution and didn't screw me over. But
Yeah, well, me, Doc, and Jim were saying that you just, at the end of the stages or at the end of the race when it matters most, you just seem to come out of nowhere. I mean, we might as well start giving you the nickname the closer after Kevin Harvick. I mean, how do you do that?
I don't know. At the beginning of the last stage there, I got shuffled back on the first lap. I hit the wall coming out of 2, and I was fighting through traffic, and I got into the second pack to the leaders there, and I was still about 2.5 seconds back, so I tried short pitting about 2 laps early, and I tightened my car up knowing it was going to get really loose on the long run compared to everybody else. And I don't know, I came out of the pits, was about 1.5 back still, and didn't have any draft. I don't know where Rooster came from, but he gave me a shot, and just a couple laps later I ended up running him down. But I really wish we could have finished that one off. It was a good race there.
Oh, yeah, you definitely would have had a strong shot at it for sure if it went green the rest of the way. I mean, a great run tonight. The P2 isn't too bad, my friend. Doc, you got anything for him?
To be honest, man, it just appalls me, just the fact how you're able to just, like Jack Boy had stated, just come out of nowhere. You know, it always seems like adversity just finds you, and I don't know why. It seems like, you know, whether it be last race, you know, getting nudged up into the wall and, you know, having to fight your way back. You know, it just seems like you always are able to contend for the win late in the race. And it's a pleasure to watch. It's fun streaming it because, you know, you don't really see it all that often. A guy face as much as adversity as you do, and be able to.
I don't try to do it. I don't want to be that guy. I'd rather just be in the front the whole time. But you know, it is what it is. But
yeah, all I gotta say, man, is, you know, you're gonna have a lot of wins coming your way. You know, obviously, Lady Luck just sometimes isn't on your side, and you got to fight your way back through it. But you know, you're gonna be stringing together some wins as soon as, you know, some of these, you know, crazy cautions and some of these incidents or some contact or whatnot goes your way for a change, where you don't have to worry about getting wrecked out or getting wrecked here in the later in the last lap of a stage. You know,
no, yeah, I'm definitely hoping luck can finally start going my way, and I'll be the first one invited to this party. But it is what it is till we get there.
Man, I have no doubt that'll be happening really soon. Just keep up the great work.
For sure.
Thank you.
Fast every single race. Big Jim, you got anything for him?
Yeah, actually I do. First off, congratulations. I know it sucks that you weren't able to get the checker flag tonight, but second place ain't bad. And looking at the points, it's really going to help you. You're going to hop up there with those top 3. That leads me to my question. Are you starting to look a little bit at the playoffs, looking at the tracks in there, starting to do a little bit of testing, trying to see what's going to work?
Yeah, just a little bit. Yesterday I had a little bit of time, was trying to just check them out a little bit because I haven't ran the Roval at all pretty much in the game. And I know that's one of them playoff tracks. I don't want to go in there with nothing to it, so taking a little bit of a peek because it looks like I'm sitting pretty comfortable right now, but you know, you can never be too sure. So yeah.
For sure, man. Well, just keep digging. You're doing a good job in this series.
Thank you.
All right, before we leave, Crunch, you got anybody to shout out?
Probably Joe, Gator, Kevin, everybody. That was a great end of the race there. My girlfriend just got me Daytona 500 tickets this weekend, so I'm pretty excited about that. So
lucky.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, I would kill being in your shoes.
Yeah.
All right.
Early Christmas present. So.
All right. Well, if you thought that race was entertaining, tune in for our next race on Sunday. That would be the Xfinity Series, the B&L Transport 170 at Mid-Ohio, the road course. Tune in, and the Xfinity Series will put on a show. And that's it.